Well, hello everybody. I'm going to make this video talk about just one topic, and that topic is percentiles. Okay, and I just have two questions to show you what I think I need to show you for that. The first one gives me a chance to tell you what a percentile is. So let's read it. I'll say a little bit about what I think of the question, and then I'll show you the answer. So it says a student's IQ score is in the 91st percentile among students in the same age group. Okay, so what does that mean for this particular student to say that their IQ is in the 91st percentile? All that means, no matter what the percentile is that in this case, if it's the 91st percentile, then their IQ is greater than 91% of this population. Population being students in the same age group. Okay, so let's figure out which answer is equivalent to what I just said. So the student's IQ is greater than 91% of the IQ scores in this total group. All right, so that's this one, C. Okay, the student has an higher IQ score than 91% of the students in the same age group. Okay, so that's the meaning. Okay, now time to do a little math. So in this question we get a data set. Okay, and it says it's the ages of 36 executives. Find the percentile that corresponds to an age of 58 years old. Okay, so if you're 58, or say you have that age, 58 years old, that age is greater than what percent of this entire group, this entire data set? All right, okay, that's what it's asking. Okay, so when I give this answer here, whatever that is, I'd say, well, that number, okay, all right, is the percent that 58 years old is greater than. Okay, so maybe like 58 years old is greater than 60% of all the ages in this group. So here's how we can find that. All right, here's the formula. The percentile of a given number for an entire data set. To calculate whatever this is, we take the number of data entries less than that given number, we divide by the total number of data entries, and then we multiply by 100, and we get the percentile for that original given number. Okay, so let's try to do that then, with that being the formula. I think for this data set, rather than figure out how many data entries are less than 58, you know, it's kind of hard to pick through this. It's just a bunch of numbers. We can open it in StatCrunch and sort it. And it'll be a lot easier to look at, okay? So here I have like all that data imported into StatCrunch, and then I'm going to sort it ascending. Okay, so now it's least to greatest. That makes it a little easier to look at. And then I'm going to look for the number 58. So there's 58 right there. Okay, and how many data entries are less than 58? Well, you see where 58 shows up first? It's data entry number 30, so there's 29 data entries less than 58. Okay, or it's easy to see that if we sort them least to greatest. So okay, so let's say back to this. Okay, I get that there are 29 data entries in that data set less than 58. That's the number you gave me. And what's the total number of data entries? Well, okay, for that, let's see, it says there's the ages of 36 executives, so there you're telling me that there are 36 numbers here. But even if I went and looked here, look how many data entries there are, 36. Okay, so I can see it either way. So let's see, 29 divided by 36, and then I multiply times 100, and then that will be the percentile. So I'll do that with my handheld calculator today. 29 divided by 36, okay, I get like 0.8 times 100, and here's the number I get when I do that. I get 80.55, and it's fives forever. Okay, all right, so let's see, 80.56 if I round to 2 decimal places. Let's see what the question says. Or how about this? Before I select or input my answer, I'll say, well, here's what we found out. 58 years old, to be 58 years old, you would be older than about 80% of this population. You'd be older than 80% of these other people in this data set. Okay, so here it says round to the nearest integer. So I got my number here. The integer is a whole number. Okay, so like 80 is an integer, and so is 81. 80.5 or 80.6, those aren't integers. Integers are whole numbers. So if I round this to the nearest whole number, I got 80.5. That will round up to 81. So, I mean, with rounding, we'll say the 81st percentile. Okay? All right. So we'll check that, and it's correct. All right. So that's a little bit about percentiles. This exact question, more or less, maybe with different numbers, you'll find in the My Math Lab assignment. And as always, if you have any questions, let me know.